So a co-worker of this gentleman accidentally backed up into his brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, leaving it looking like this. And we are going to actually fix this without doing any kind of repainting or body work or replacement of parts at the customer's workplace where the accident happened. So we'll start off using some lacquer thinner to break down the paint transfer scuff that was left on the panel. And this is basically just a solvent that breaks down that transfer. You can see as you wipe it off, you just want to be quick with it. You don't want to sit there and rub it into the panel for a long time, but it's definitely still safe for the clear coat as long as you get it on there, get it off quickly. And then you can see what we're left with, not much. We'll go in there and actually take that trim panel off, and behind that trim panel you'll see some double-sided tape. That's actually how it's secured onto the body panel, and we got to get that double-sided tape off, and we're using an eraser wheel. It's another thing you want to be real careful when you use to remove that double-sided tape. Okay, now you're witnessing some glue pulling. Glue pulling is essentially us taking some plastic tabs and temporarily fusing them onto the panel and pulling that entire damage out. Well, not entire, but we're basically just kind of minimizing the damage so we get it to a more manageable state. And we're slowly releasing it with some alcohol, which breaks the bond of that hot glue. And you can see it coming off, comes off nice and clean. And what we're using here is basically a big kind of ironing tool from the backside. We're ironing this damage out, as you can see up there closely, and slowly bringing this damage back to its original shape. We're using hammers from the outside to kind of manipulate the damage as well. We use special lighting to determine where our tool tip is, and you can see right here as the light kind of pinches, you can see that's the area that we're actually honed in on pushing. And all of this in an effort to get this panel back to its pre-loss condition. And you can see the installation of the new double-sided tape, and we're going to install this body trim panel back on and fasten it back into place, and it is ready to go. Here's one last look at the initial damage that we started with, and you can see how really deep and severe this dent is. We had a total of about 8 hours put into this repair, and here's our end result. This customer was extremely happy, just knowing that he didn't have to drop his vehicle off anywhere, was able to have it done at his workplace, and kept his original paint on the vehicle. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out at 386-216-5185. Appreciate you taking the time to watch.